Steve built a small house near the castle, but this angered the Penguin King. He immediately launched a small penguin at Steve. The small penguin knocked off a brick from the house, kicked over a flower pot, and then ran away. The Penguin King looked very pleased. But he didn't know what terrible consequences angering Steve would bring. That night, the Penguin King was awakened by knocking sounds. He suspected it was Steve, but when he went out to check, he found the small house was quiet, so he went back to sleep. However, the next day, Steve's house had grown almost as tall as the castle. Seeing Steve coming out of the forest, the Penguin King thought he was collecting resources there, so he immediately ordered his army to destroy the forest. The flames spread, and soon the forest became ruins. The Penguin King thought Steve could no longer continue building, but that night, he heard the knocking sounds again. Day after day, the Penguin King's body and mind became weaker and weaker. In desperation, he launched an all-out war to stop Steve, destroying nearby buildings. However, every night the knocking would return. Every day, Steve's house kept rising higher. The Penguin King demolished everything around until the land became wasteland. He even captured penguin soldiers trying to escape. Exhausted, he finally looked at the magnificent palace across from him and decided to go in and see for himself. When he opened the door, there was no one inside, only two strange tools. He finally discovered Steve's conspiracy. His own body had been hollowed out by Steve. Using those tools, Steve had shrunk himself, entered the Penguin King's body while he slept, and mined materials from inside. Afterward, he used the tools to enlarge the materials. The palace's layout was an exact replica of the Penguin King's interior. The Penguin King regretted provoking Steve, but it was too late. Steve struck him down with a sword. The next day, the little penguins played happily in the castle and greeted Steve. But in the next second, one of them broke his flower pot again. What will Steve do now?